Well, it is a nervous time, but these are positive nerves. The prospects are so great, the potential, be it financial or reputational, is huge because success in this competition brings so much. And the supporters are here to take it in for themselves and to drive the team on. Truly, this is crunch time. Well, the stage is set for a stirring showdown here. The supporters in great voice, and there's a real sense of anticipation in the air. Game on. The action has already started. It's hard to... Foden! Owen proving a very adept defender. It was a good tackle too.
Well, it's not a surprise to see that these days, all part of a forward's duties.
Now it's Torres. He's picked his way through. And Torres! That's a half-decent try.
Yeah, that's a decent try when you consider the range. All he needs to do is to place this between the goalposts and basically let them attack it.
They've played it short. Now this could be a chance, surely! In he goes again! Goal! Manchester United! Manchester United take the lead! And he's only too grateful to capitalise on the keeper's misfortune.
Yeah, his instinct told him that the keeper would struggle to cope with that, so top marks for him following up. I think it's really sharp play, it was well read, and he was a little quicker than everybody else.
Manchester United have their opener. It is a goal of real significance.
Well, he's certainly happy with that after what's been said in the build-up, you know.
He's found a way through. Now it's Haaland. That is what... And the shot! Denied by an instinctive save.
He's definitely living up to the occasion here. He just loves being out there amongst it.
That has been knocked clear. Referee's given a throw. Saka. Decent progress down the left. Well, that is one way to stop him. That's the throw.
Well, I wouldn't quite advise they should resort to risk-taking at this stage. There's plenty of time left yet.
Tries to play it through. Now, can they get him away? Palmer! Alexander-Arnold. Foden. Bissouma. And that has been slung wide. Bernardo Silva going full steam down the flank. The referee has resisted the temptation to go to his pocket. It's just a stern lecture.
Yeah, they look as if they're intent, Peter, on stopping him outside the laws of the game, so the referee is going to have to be very alert here.
Looking to play him in. And here's Haaland, and he's found a way past. Not the most accurate pass. And it's Bernardo Silva. And the assistant referee rightly gives him offside. Alexander-Arnold. Rodri. Now it's Haaland. Oh, perfectly measured that. He could be in here. Can he finish? And it's hit the woodwork and out.
There will be 3 minutes added time.
Foden. He's on it, can he get away? And he's running through.
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
Plenty of appeals, but the referee is not interested. And we've reached half-time. So a steady, solid and more than satisfactory first half. They've got the lead and that gives them something to build on after the break.
Well, obviously things are not good, Peter. It seems the team were just a bit too busy playing within themselves, too tentative. They have to improve and make it fast.
So we're straight back at it at the start of the second half.
It's not easy being down in situations like this. I know it's an overused term, but you really have to play with courage. Be brave, and let's see where it gets you. You might just get lucky because of it.
Palmer. Saliba cuts it out. Some excellent tackling here, and that one a perfect example. Bissouma. Oh, he's going to be disappointed with that. And it's Fernando Torres. Palmer. Your impression so far, Jim?
Well, the time has arrived to start taking risks. They may well be happy just to level this.
Great vision. Well, the ball just didn't work out for the run that he made.
Manchester United clearly should have gone for the easier pass. Now they'll have to quickly regroup.
Rodri gets across to intercept that. Rodri is there to clear. Rodri. Oh, it's a promising build-up, this. Plenty of really nice passing. And here's Haaland. Liverpool have kept their powder dry on the substitution front so far. Could that be about to change?
Well, you would hope for some movement off the bench, Peter, knowing you get an extra sub in extra time.
That is ended up in no man's land. Saka. And that's another good win of the ball. Well seen, saw that coming.
That was well played, well stopped.
Tries to pass it through. And no, that was never going to make it. And he's there to belt it away.
Keep calm and carry on. That's the job in a nutshell now.
Knocks it into space. Oh, that's fabulous. Decent chance! It's in! Right back in it. Almost no time remaining. Game still on. The invitation was clear and it was accepted with the utmost glee.
Yeah, it's mystifying that a player of his talent wasn't picked up sooner and he picked them off instead.
Substitution.
Manchester United have turned to their bench and we're going to have a substitution. Liverpool grab the equaliser and we're all square.
Well, now they've saved themselves. You can really sense a change in the whole atmosphere here. It's going to be pretty manic from now to the final whistle. Well, that might be that, Peter. Maybe both sides just going to have to settle for the draw now.
That's a throw. Rodri, he's tried one! And kept out by the most elastic of saves.
I think he's done great there, both reading it and dealing with it.
90 minutes up, and we will be back for extra time.
Well, I think many on that pitch were ready for the final whistle to come, so let's hope that there's still plenty of energy about.
So a brief breather, and then extra time.
Find your way around this stadium. Substitution in progress.
Stern test this for the endurance, for the character of the players as we... He's having a hit! Alexander-Arnold. Good ball, good take. Haaland unable to make it happen for all his good intentions. Now it's Haaland. Saka makes the interception. Rodri. Ugarte. Distributed tidily. Isak. Rodri chooses to go cross-field. Oh, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking. And here's Haaland. Great ball if he can get there. And he's straight offside.
Substitutions taking place.
Liverpool are making a change now. Half-time, extra time.
I'd like to draw your attention to
Well, both teams have run themselves into the ground out there. Does anyone have one last moment of magic in them? Exhaustion, physical and mental. Will we find a winner? It has been a slugfest. Significant blows land. Real chance! Oh, yes! It's there! And that has raised the roof! Oh, beautifully dispatched. There was no reaching that.
Well, Peter, I think the keeper knew straight away he was never going to get to it.
Liverpool go into the lead.
Oh, that's tremendous. They've shown it again and again in this competition. They'll fight to the very end. You have to admire them for their spirit.
Nicely weighted ball. There's the delivery. And that has earned a reprieve for the time being. He's looking wide. Haaland is onto this. And he's away. Big chance. And the finish! They've done it! And that should do it! Within sight of the finish line. That really is quite fabulous. All his own doing.
Yeah, that's what the game is all about. Excitement and entertainment. What a lovely moment.
2 up and very little time left. Surely this is it.
Well, I think if they've...
And he shoots! And that's straight down the keeper's throat.
Well, even for him...
And there goes the final whistle. Liverpool have done it. The perfect outcome in this most pressured of games.
Local police.
And so we reach a fork in the road. Fortunes can turn either way from this point. One path leads to where they all want to be, or at least a significant step closer to it. What doesn't bear thinking about is the alternative. It is time for the central characters to stand tall. There's nothing quite like match day, especially here. This crowd doesn't do ordinary, and we should be in for something very special. And as you can see, we've already started here. Who do you think this turns on, Jim?
Yeah, Jan Oblak. He's not someone you often see pulling off spectacular saves, but that's about the highest compliment you can give a goalkeeper, because it speaks to his positioning and his organisational abilities. He's just about the best there is when it comes to claiming crosses and high balls into the box too, and is just the kind of presence that spreads a composure and a confidence to his defence.
Cristiano Ronaldo! There it is! That really is quite fabulous. All his own doing.
Yeah, that's what the game is all about. Excitement and entertainment. What a lovely moment.
India are already chasing the game. They didn't envisage that. There's a sharp little ball here. I think that's offside. Yes, it is. Chouameni. Neymar. Now, can they get him away? That's a shade optimistic.
India are really in a position where patience and prudence will serve them best. Time's on their side. Well, they keep pressing like that as long as they can.
And this is Forlan. That is a great pick out. Jordi Alba. And it's Van Dijk. To Ruben Neves. Foot in. Haaland. Played into space. And he's picked out the run. And that's a simple one for the keeper.
Haaland really has the confidence and skill to be able to hold the ball up like that until support arrives a little sooner, and just maybe there he overdid it slightly and should have released it because the support was arriving quickly. Palmeiras clearly are trying to establish themselves as a team that likes to retain the ball, Peter.
And it's a good watch, Jim, isn't it?
Well, it is, and it's always a pleasure for me to see a team move the ball in silky fashion like this. But you know what's coming next, Peter. It has to be with a mean cutting edge.
Neymar. Haaland. No, he's not played the ball, that's a foul. And this is Forlan. Cristiano Ronaldo. And the shot! And he hits the net! 2 up and in charge, and things are looking pretty good for them now. Truly superb. A goal of such supreme quality, composure and class.
Yeah, great movement and great use of space to get on the end of the pass, and that pretty much did it.
Things starting to look very comfortable.
Well, now's the time you could afford to be more daring, Peter. It may be
shooting chance! Big relief, it just needed better contact. Beckham picks it up from the goal kick. And the first half is done. Any strong opinions on the first half?
India certainly can feel happy about how things have gone, but now isn't the time to take their foot off the pedal. They need to keep pushing, keep imposing, don't leave the door open for the opposition.
And we are back underway.
Well, I think they have to be positive despite the scoreline. The one thing they don't want to do, Peter, is give away an early goal. But they can't afford to get too cagey either. So attack with real devilment, go for that goal and see if they can unsettle them.
Foul and a free kick in a very dangerous area. And he is going into that little black book. Beckham is standing over this one.
Peter, the keeper knows that even if his wall is perfect, it doesn't serve as any gap.
Beckham! Wonderful save by Vitor Baia. Well, that is one way to stop him. He's gone down, but the referee just tells him to get back up again. And it's Kaka. Played out to the left flank. And that's a dangerous ball. And the shot! Oh, it's come loose.
Well, the way this game is offering less possession, they'll need to have a very good conversion rate.
Now, this could be a chance. Kaka. And that has earned a reprieve for the time being. Shot, surely! And the keeper has reacted superbly there.
Well, someone's doing his job properly, Peter, that's for sure. Well, look, they know they've got a height advantage, and it's time for them to use it.
Cannavaro clears it away. And now they can spring out of defence. Shoots! There it is! Just so calm under pressure, and he managed to fashion a fine finish.
Such a well-worked finish. It looked like he was going to be shut down, but he thrives in situations like that.
Number 20, Erling Haaland. Substitution for Palmeiras. Number 7, Cristiano Ronaldo.
Palmeiras choosing to make the first change. We have got ourselves a game here.
Well, there's a real sense that the momentum has shifted here, Peter, and the crowd are reacting to that now.
Palmeiras have reclaimed it.
Coming on the field.
Well, the defence just about came out on top, but they were certainly tested.
Number 10, Hirotoshi Nakata.
And he cuts out the supply.
Number 2.
For a moment you felt that was going somewhere, but they'll have to go again.
Stoichkov.
Now it's Haaland. And that could set him on his way. That's a good ball. Oh, that's a fine challenge. Goes down, but nothing given. Nakata. Now it's Mbappe. Into the last quarter of an hour. Now it's Haaland. Well-timed, excellent interception. Cannavaro.
Keep calm and carry on. That's the job in a nutshell now.
Adams gets across to intercept that. Well, quality clearly deserted him at the crucial moment.
Yeah, he just didn't seem to get enough on the pass, Peter, did he?
Decent chance! He scored! And that really is so impressive.
Well, from the moment he got involved, he looked as if he'd go all the way. Terrific.
Number 9, Stoichkov.
Well, that has changed the dynamic somewhat.
Well, that's pretty much sealed it now, and surely, Peter, we're not going to see any complacency after that.
Substitution.
Rodri did well to emerge with the ball. That's a contest to keep an eye on. Now it's Haaland. And here's Stoichkov.
4 added minutes has been
Stoichkov
indicated.
running with the ball. Chance for a shot! Just cruising! They are cruising! And they are tearing the opposition apart here. Simply breathtaking stuff.
Oh, he did so well to hold his run and stay on side, Peter. That was really clever.
Palmeiras grab a 3-goal lead. It's just too easy.
To be expected, Pete.
And that is as far as it goes. Well, that was thrilling. A game of champs and chumps. The winners were so good at times. A side that... And so we reach a fork in the road.
Hello, everybody,
Fortunes
and
can
welcome to
turn either
today's
way
match.
from this point. One path leads to where they all want to be, or at least a significant step closer to it. What doesn't bear thinking about is the alternative. It is time for the central characters to stand tall. Colours vivid and vibrant, songs loud and proud. The tone for this game is well and truly set. Things have got underway here pretty promptly.
A proven leader, a proven winner, and a talisman for both club and country, Peter.
Yeah, Gareth Bale is certainly all of those things.
You could almost say he's the perfect attacker, easily one of the fastest players around. And remember all that beautiful technical football that was done at speed, because he always had that pace in his game. And remember his aerial strength too. He was very, very good heading a football.
Davis. Baresi. And it's Davis. Oh, it's a promising build-up, this. Plenty of really nice passing. Oh, he's going to be disappointed with that. Nicely weighted ball. It's a pretty loose pass. And the keeper's given it away. Haaland! We've got a goal! He just absolutely speared that in.
Well, that was hit with genuine ferocity. You just don't stop those, Peter.
So we have had the first significant moment. It is 1-0. Haaland, big chance! Tchouaméni is there to clear.
We're seeing some really good pressure being applied here, Peter, particularly from those guys.
There's the shot! Scholes. And if you have just joined us, still just one goal between them. 1-0 the score. Oh, good read.
That was well played, well stopped.
Cannavaro gets rid without sophistication. Kaká going face to face with his great rival. Bellingham can see things others simply cannot. Over to the left. Saliba gets over and intercepts. Now it's Haaland. Kaká. Oh, he had to make that, and he did make it. Tchouaméni. It's Bellingham. Now it's Rafael Leao. And it's Davis. Shapes to shoot! It's in! They have done it! They have their equaliser!
Well, they were starting to look more and more threatening, Peter, so this comes as no surprise. The fans here are pretty fired up now.
Complete awareness. He understood what was needed and he executed it smoothly.
Some great movement here, and the pass was perfect. All he had to do was just apply the finishing touch.
Borussia Dortmund grabbed the equaliser and we're all square.
Well, I'd happily watch this every week, Peter. This is exactly what you want from a big game.
So what can they make of this? He's picked his way through. He's in a good position here. And Batistuta! Goal! Another moment of magic, a real wow moment.
Well, I think he was saying to his teammates, how dare you doubt me?
Borussia Dortmund go into the lead.
This is wonderful front-footed football. The manager will be absolutely thrilled to see his team clicking in every department.
Haaland stood his ground strongly. And there's the end of the first half. So engaging and still right on edge. Plenty of signs to suggest this will turn out to be a really good one. So there was the first half.
Well, Peter, I'm just thinking of the best way to describe that. Frantic, frenzied. It was unmissable and it was irresistible. Forget about the analysis on this one, just enjoy it.
And the action is back on the way.
Well, I think starting this half in a strong manner is essential, Peter, if you're chasing the game, which they are. You know, go with intent and purpose. Let your opponents know you're not just going to quietly bow down.
Davis. Baresi. And it's Tchouaméni. Scholes. Bellingham. And that's been intercepted.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Bellingham! It's loose and there's a race for the ball. Oh, what has happened here? Davis made a surge from full-back, as it turned out unsuccessfully. Well seen, saw that coming.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Knocks it out wide. Davis picks it up out wide. Can he finish? That's another chance. He has done it. And look what it means to them. This is a position of genuine strength now. And he's only too grateful to capitalise on the keeper's misfortune.
Well, it still had to be finished off, so well done to the goal scorer, but the keeper should have done a lot better.
Well, that has changed the dynamic somewhat.
Well, everything is going to plan, Peter. A day for a regular managerial heartbeat, at least for one.
Cannavaro kept his eye on it, and he's there. Tchouaméni with the clearance. Oh, that looks a cracking ball. And he's on it, tries a shot! And they've got rid. Into the last quarter of an hour. Played back in. And this real chance! And that would have won it.
You can tell he wanted that too. Still, at least he can smile about it, seeing as they're a couple of goals up.
Coming on to replace him is number 11, Robert Lewandowski.
Bellingham running with the ball. Lovely pass, but can he... Batistuta! And that's a real chance missed. Rodri cuts out the pass. Beckham. Now Mbappe. He's in a great position here. Rodri with the slide tackle there. That is a jarring tackle, but apparently nothing wrong with it. And here's Bellingham. Shin to shin, bicep to bicep, and he wins out.
2 added minutes.
I have to
has
say,
been
that was
indicated.
an exemplary tackle. Stopped him dead in his tracks. Chance! A reprieve. The whistle has gone, and it is all over. India bow out. Defeat sealing their
Please
fate.
be reminded that drinking is only allowed in the
What are
area.
your thoughts on today's game then, Jim? So it is that time again. Every team looks to write its own special script. Moments like this are to be savoured. Hopes are high. A good start. That is what they all want. Well, it looks like a big game, sounds like a big game. Everyone involved is absolutely up for it. So it's away we go then. Well, Fabio Cannavaro may not be a giant in physical terms, Jim, but his reputation, his presence are as imposing as they come.
Yeah.
And Torres! Superb goal!
Well, talk about a real rude awakening. It's almost as if the defence saw nothing coming. They just didn't anticipate. On heels rather than toes.
A moment that needed composure, and he had plenty of it.
Ah, that's just clever. He made the keeper think he was going one way, only to outfox him by going the other. Very nice.
India for chance! Nesta with the clearance. Threads one in. Oh, well measured. He is through here. Chance, surely! Oh, denied brilliantly.
Well, you get a sense, Peter, that he could almost get to anything today.
Barcelona with the corner, they're first. Torres! Went with his head, but couldn't steer it in. Alexander-Arnold. That's a promising run he's making on the right. Beckham. Messi tries making a foray down the right. Alexander-Arnold. Stood up well to him there. Well, the movement is slick, the speed is slippery. The defence, though, able to hold on this time. Oh, terrible pass. He's through and all alone! You have to say that was an exemplary tackle. Stopped him dead in his tracks. It's a good run down the right. Oh, that's fabulous. Messi. Now it's Mbappe! And that's what you call inspired goalkeeping.
Well, someone's doing his job properly, Peter, that's for sure. Well, height could make all the difference on these set pieces.
Takes a shot! It's loose and there's a race for the ball. Cannavaro clears. And now a sudden chance to counter. And that could set him on his way. Face to face with the great chance! They've done it! Two to the good, and they are purring. Absolutely purring.
Yeah, a fantastic run and a fantastic pass to play him in. Both needed to be timed to perfection, and they were.
So that's two now without reply.
Yeah, and
Yes! Again, in a trice, and they are soaring! They forced the error and extracted the maximum punishment.
welcome to the reality of modern football, Peter. You get pressed from the front and you have no time on the ball whatsoever. You can't afford to switch off for a moment.
Barcelona find a position of real strength now.
Well, that's really winded the opposition. You can see their manager screaming on the touchline, telling his team to calm down. But they'll need to do that pretty quickly. It's composure from here.
Messi, And here's Kaka. Fires it in low. There's the shot! Keeper's got his work done.
Well, it's almost like he had too much thinking time there, Peter.
Corner number 3 coming up. Deftly away. Barcelona have the chance to go the other way. And claimed it back swiftly. Well, that had the makings of something quite promising, but it's fizzled out into nothing. Jordi Alba, he's got away. Real chance here. Messi, it's a really well-measured ball. That ball looks a good one. Oh, that's superb. Chance for a shot! Oh, it's fallen kindly here. And the referee brings the first half to a close. Well, the mood in the two camps couldn't be more different as they go in for half-time. Elation on one side, misery on the other. Here we go again.
India really have played into their opponent's hands here, Peter, and they need to sharpen up. They'll get chances in this second half, I'm sure of that. They just have to make sure they don't...
And a chance! It's loose now. Oh, he's been caught napping.
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
Showing great feet there. Shot a goal! And the keeper couldn't hold it. He scores! Result no longer in doubt. It's just about how many. And he's only too grateful to capitalise on the keeper's misfortune.
Well, it still had to be finished off, so well done to the goal scorer, but the keeper should have done a lot better.
Clinical, just clinical. What a game this is turning out to be for him.
Well, he's made this game all about him. He's got a fantastic appetite for goals.
It's become a case of men against boys. That is a jarring tackle, but apparently nothing wrong with it. He's picked his way through. Rafael Leao! No, it's wide.
Rafael Leao definitely took on the run with considerable swagger until he shot.
Time then for the first substitution of the game. Plays a sharp little ball here. Oh, he's been flattened there. He's been taken down and the referee has pointed at the spot. India present their opponents with the best possible chance here. Oblak looking to stare down to unsettle the taker. Calm as you like, and they're running away with it. Not much more than a formality.
Yeah, the keeper was trying to make him think that he was going to dive one way here. Could have just held a little longer.
And when the manager called on him, he was only too happy to repay that faith.
I think the manager's claiming an assist here.
Barcelona are at... Takes the shot! Bale. Raul. Bale is wide and looking to get onto this. And he's managed to get free. It's Bale! Oh, denied at the last.
Well, that always looked a little ambitious for me, but still, at least he had the confidence to take it on.
Now it's Mbappe. Played out to the left flank. Oh, he's found support out wide. Picked out brilliantly. And he's on some big chance! Keeper always had the measure of that.
I thought it was a really good break. No shortage of pace nor
Substitution on the
intensity.
field.
Exactly what's
Number
required when
9,
on the counter-attack.
Mbappe.
Corner number 2 then.
Jordi Alba. Coming on the field.
Up he
Number
goes!
20, Erling Haaland.
And now they can
Number 7,
spring out of defence.
Mario.
Well, that has not gone well. And it's Forlan. Beckham. Vardiol. No, again there's no way through. Bale. He's had a shot! Oh, almost
There'll
a
be 5
six.
minutes added time.
Five minutes to add. Messi. And he welcomes it in. Just the goalkeeper. Oh, shooting chance! It's a goal! A momentary lapse, mercilessly exploited. They were absolutely lethal.
Oh, that was beautifully done. They were ready to pounce and they were clinical when the opportunity...
And that is it. The referee has seen enough. India have very little in the way of excuses here, simply having no answer to a display that was... Well, here comes a crunch game. So much depends on this.
Everybody, and
Expectation
welcome to today's
and
match.
nerve. It is indeed a heady mix. Well, colour and passion just oozing from the stands here. These fans love their football, and we're about to be dished up a feast of it. And that gets things running. Well, now the opposition are going to have to find something pretty special to stop Lionel Messi today, aren't they, Jim?
Yeah, the man is an absolute...
Takes a shot! He's delivered all right! An extraordinary start! Breakthrough in next to no time!
The perfect show of intent. Great purpose, great industry, and great confidence.
And that really is so impressive.
Well, from the moment he got involved, he looked as if he'd go all the way. Terrific.
So the game's first significant moment, and it's come earlier than perhaps we anticipated. Real chance! He's done very well to get to that.
He's definitely living up to the occasion here. He just loves being out there amongst it.
And we have our very first corner. And it's been taken short. Good ball. And the finish! Oh, nearly, but nearly is nothing.
Well, even for him, that may have been a touch ambitious.
Not getting too much time on the ball here. That is good pressing. Alexander-Arnold. Rice. Haaland. Haaland! That's a bad place to challenge. What's he giving? The referee has given a free kick just outside the box. Well, the referee has made it pretty clear now that this is his last chance.
He just needs to find the control button on his aggression before the ref does it for him, Peter.
And the ball's come loose here. Can he stop it going out? Jordi Alba goes for a shot! Dispatched clinically. They have come roaring back.
Well, they were starting to look more and more threatening, Peter, so this comes as no surprise. The fans here are pretty fired up now.
Oh, beautifully dispatched. There was no reaching that.
That's just a fabulous finish. Anything that close to the frame of the goal, 99 times out of 100, the keeper's not getting there.
And that has added a whole new complexion to the game.
Well, I'd happily watch this every week, Peter. This is exactly what you want from a big game.
Oh no, what has happened here? Chance! He scored! And they've got their lead back. An act of charity gratefully received.
Well, you've got to give him credit for pressing so quickly there.
After 27 minutes is...
So we have a breakthrough. Now how will things develop from here? Now, can they get him away? He's having a shot! It's in! A game of thrills, all square in the blinking of an eye!
Well, that's so refreshing. They went a goal down, and you never would have guessed it. Their reaction has been emphatic.
And that is about as cool as they come. He picked his spot expertly.
That's expertly finished, and he's done that so often.
Quite a thriller this one's become.
Well, there's resilience for you, Peter. As a side, they never lost focus despite the setback, and this is thoroughly merited. For me, now they can go and
the shot! Denied by an instinctive save.
Haaland really must be thinking what he has to do to score there. Well, look, they know they've got a height advantage, and it's time for them to use it.
Punched away. And now a sudden chance to counter. And it's Beckham.
That's just playing it safe and simple.
And he cuts out the supply. Now it's Haaland. Oh, cracking ball. And here's Mbappe. Oh, it's come loose. Oh, good ball. McAllister.
There will be 3 minutes added time.
And he's being shifted off it. Played through into space.
That's positional gold, the utilisation of space.
That's the keeper's ball. Jordi Alba. And we've reached half-time. High octane, high tempo, high scoring. That was quite a half of football. It is quite a game, breathless and laced with excitement. Quite a half, more of the same please. Score at the interval, 2-2. And hostilities have resumed at the start of the second half.
India have been the team that have had the lion's share of possession. And
He's going for goal! Great effort, beautifully taken.
that's a great effort. There was very little backlift to indicate what was coming.
Can he get on the end of this? Opts to play it back. Jordi Alba. Rice. Van Dijk promptly onto that, and that is that. Alexander-Arnold tries to play it through. Not the most accurate pass. Well, that is not the best ball. And he's let fly. You would think that now would be a good time to consider some changes.
Well, you would hope for some movement off the bench, Peter.
He's tried one! And collective relief etched on the faces of the defenders.
You lucky boy, you lucky boy. Giving the ball away like that is usually punished.
Van Dijk going vertical. And he's looking to catch him up. Aimed beyond the defence. Vardiol receives it in a wide position. Kaka. And that interception was most necessary.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Oh, nicely intercepted. Eric Garcia. Oh, well played. That has snuffed out the danger. Rice. Now it's Mbappe. It's a searching pass. And he's intervened well there. Rice. Kaka. Knocks it into space. Oh, good read.
He read that really well and stopped it. Don't you just love the level of intensity here? Neither is prepared.
And the shot! Oh, he's been caught napping. Rice. India finding their passes. Great vision. He can run onto that. Oh, well played, well sorted out. Well, he has slightly undercooked that one.
Well, I think the opposition saw that pass coming a mile off, and it wasn't the best decision.
Saliba kept his eye on it, and he's there. Beckham looking to add to his goal. Well timed, excellent interception. Van Dijk. Rodri. India need to make something happen here. Now it's Mbappe. They want to be quick to recover this. That's it, we're going to get 30 minutes more.
Well, there was very little between the sides all the way through, so extra time is the correct next step.
So 90 minutes couldn't produce a winner, and we have extra
Anyone
time.
appearing intoxicated or behaving in an inappropriate manner will be removed. Thank you very much for your cooperation.
Substitution on the field. Number 24, Rodri. Coming on
90 minutes gone and nothing between them still.
Bellingham. Substitution
That's
in
been
progress.
intercepted.
That was well played, well stopped.
Jordi Alba. Rice in acres of space out wide.
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
And smartly reclaimed. Darren Fletcher, Alexander-Arnold gets across to intercept that. And this is... Can he finish? And no, he couldn't find the finish.
That could yet prove very pivotal. Chances like that just can't be wasted.
Mbappe.
You can never be short of runners into space, as long as the space left behind is filled.
And a chance! Well, now it's a race for the ball. Lovely ball. Has a shot! No, not quite.
It wasn't the best strike, to be honest, Peter. The pass might have been a better option there.
India have turned to their bench and we're going to have a substitution. Half-time, extra time.
Hello, attendees. This is
Both teams have run themselves into the ground out there. Does anyone have one last moment of magic in them?
Way to the information center.
Substitution on the field. Number 10, Messi. Number 30,
Exhaustion,
Robert
physical
Lewandowski.
and mental.
Number
Will we
8,
find a winner?
Mbappe.
Well, this
Number
really has been
15,
an epic encounter, and there are some tired limbs out there. How much more can the... He's gone
Coming
for
on the
goal!
field, Number 7,
Oh, just lacked a
Cristiano
decent
Ronaldo.
finish.
It's certainly a bold attempt, and there's nothing wrong with that. Shame he didn't work the keeper a bit more, though.
Watkins. Number 20,
Guardiol.
Frenkie de Jong.
Perfectly measured that.
Number 4,
Oh, important interception.
Substitutions taking place.
Threads one in. Can he get onto this? This might spell danger. And he's cleared it out of harm's way. And that was very necessary. Taken back almost at once.
Well, they shouldn't be dawdling at this stage. They need to get the ball in the mixer, and quickly.
This looks promising. Oh, that's fabulous. Oh, the ball's come loose here. Desperate defending required here. Ronaldo goes short. Shapes to shoot! Oh, yes, it's there! And that may just do it! And that's that. Well, this was a game they could so easily have won on another day, but alas, that wasn't to be, and they go down by the odd goal. How do you look back on... Well, here comes a crunch game. So much depends on this. Expectation and nerve. It is indeed a heady mix. There's nothing quite like match day, especially here. This crowd doesn't do ordinary, and we should be in for something very special. And we're underway.
There's Vitor Baia, Peter, exuding his unique brand of calm and confidence, as per usual.
Yeah, he's one of those keepers, isn't he, who has that certain aura around him.
And I think that gives the defence a massive boost. Having someone like that behind you can really give you that insurance, that psychological edge.
Costa Curta with a definite foul there. Rice. Great vision.
You can never be short of runners into space, as long as the space left behind.
Applies the finish! Oh no, it's an own goal!
I've been there myself, and that's the last thing he wanted to happen. I really sympathise. Well, our first story of the day, and it's a big one. The skipper, to start by doing that, has given everyone a fright, and I think himself too.
So one moment's crazy confusion, but they all count.
Well, that's something you don't expect at a match like this, but I guess you have to take whatever way it comes, and very gratefully.
And it's Kaka. Takes the shot! Great effort, beautifully taken.
Oh, the technical control was exquisite. The pummeled attempt was exasperating.
Now it's Rice. He's had a fair tumble under that challenge. Now that's well seen too. Now it's Shevchenko. Can he get on the end of this? Great ball if he can get there. Face to face. Takes a shot! Sticks it away! Again in a trice, and they are soaring! That really is quite fabulous. All his own doing.
Oh, that's wonderful to see. The run was explosive, the finish exquisite.
Things starting to look very comfortable.
We're looking at a very different game now.
Oh, he's been caught napping! Haaland! Fair attempt, just the wrong outcome.
Haaland is clearly kicking himself here. He knew that was a great opportunity.
Poorly directed kick from the keeper, he's given it away. Haaland. Now looking to orchestrate a counter. Oh, no joy this time. Gets a good foot in there. He is through here. Chance! Now that has posed a few awkward questions.
Well, that was certainly bold, Peter. He's never short on confidence.
It's a good ball out wide. Jordi Alba going full steam ahead down the left flank. Mbappe. Costa Curta. Approaching half-time and still behind. Can they make something happen now? Shevchenko. Serginho. And it's Kaka. Oh, it's a promising build-up, this. Plenty of really nice passing. Pass is just off target. Costa Curta. Hernandez. Ball is over the line.
There will be 3 minutes added time.
And he's well positioned here. He's tried one! He's missed, but not by that far.
Well, to put it this way, he's probably...
Kaká! And that's what you call inspired goalkeeping.
Yeah, he was well placed to deal with that.
This possibly the last play of the half. A decent effort as the first half draws to a close.
The own goal was symptomatic of their first half performance. They're not at it.
Whistle goes, and we start the second half.
Well, I think they have to be positive despite the scoreline. The one thing they don't want to do, Peter, is give away an early goal. But they can't afford to get too cagey either. So attack with real devilment, go for that goal and see if they can unsettle them.
Mbappe finds himself offside. Haaland. Searching pass he's played there. Big chance! And he's found the net! The second half sparked straight into life. Not so much sophistication as doggedness and sheer bloody-mindedness.
Such good movement. Some players have that natural ability to be in the right place at the right time. We've just seen the perfect example.
India get themselves back into contention.
What a difference a half-time rocket from the manager can make. This is exactly the response he'd be looking for.
And they've got a throw. Not the most convincing of passes. You would think that now would be a good time to consider some changes.
Well, you would hope for some movement off the bench, Peter, knowing you get an extra sub in extra time.
Looking for the run. It's a promising position, and that's been drilled in. And he's managed to get rid. India have got it back, and they'll have another go.
That's just playing it safe and simple.
And that's been intercepted.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
And it's Rice. Beckenbauer is there, and he can get that clear. And a chance! Oh, the ball's come loose here. He's done very well to get to that.
Well, someone's doing his job properly, Peter, that's for sure. Well, look, they know they've got a height advantage, and it's time for them to use it.
Beckham plays it short. Cruyff, a player of legend, is having a shot! And somehow it stayed out.
Substitutions taking place.
India making consecutive changes here.
Well, he can certainly make his side a lot more unpredictable, Peter. You know, he has a very good eye for a pass and a tricky one at that.
Cannavaro wins the duel this time. India are making a change. After this, just one opportunity to do so. Now it's Lewandowski. Nice interception, well timed.
India really might just end up kicking themselves after that. That could well have been it.
Now it's Haaland. The final moments of a game that has been pretty compelling overall.
At least they're going about it as they should, having brought this on themselves.
Shapes to shoot! It's in! And that should do it! Within sight of the finish line.
After 86 minutes.
That is so good, such sharp skills, and such a delicious finish.
Yeah, he gets top marks for that finish. I honestly thought his odds weren't that good.
And now he has two up and very little time left. Surely this is it.
Well, that's a really bitter blow. I think it's going to be very hard for them to find the character to respond from that.
Serginho. Now it's Lewandowski. Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. Pass somewhat off target. And that will be the final act. India are beaten and they are out.